More money here for you in about 10 minutes. Listen up for that last keyword today, courtesy of the Buzzard Bookie. Each and every one of those has $1,000 attached to it. We'll start it up all over again tomorrow morning. I think the last hour of Rover's show, they start that up. And then Stansbury's got them. I have about 13 chances every single day to grab a grand. There's simply no way to know how much money that is per day. But Monday through Friday, there are plenty of chances for you to win. So about 10 minutes from now, last chance today. 6 o'clock, we'll step out, get you ready for Guardians baseball, second of 3 against the Detroit Tigers. They'll finish that series tomorrow afternoon. I think 1:10 is the first pitch tomorrow. Here tonight on the Buzzard, tomorrow on TAM. Cavs basketball on TAM as well. Alan, Diane Rehm is still alive, you idiot. All right. Well, I'm glad she's not dead. I think I was thinking she kind of prematurely retired because her voice, something happened to her voice. And if you recall Diane Rehm, she did a very, very popular and long-running show out of D.C. for NPR. And she had this very shaky, I mean, even as a younger woman, she sounded like she was 90 because she had this shakiness to her voice. But I think she retired because she just, her voice wasn't working anymore. So she is still alive. I prematurely killed her. Other people suggesting I should have changed my name to Alan Cox, the God, if I wanted people to be paying attention to me. The National Radio Hall of Fame. Which, again, it had never occurred to me to do that.
Yeah, your career's not over. You can do it.
Still time.
You can make that pivot now.
No, because Charlemagne already took it. He's Charlemagne, the God.
I'll go talk to him.
Again, if my name was Leonard McKelvey, I'd call myself Charlemagne the God, too. But my name ain't that bad. Alan, did you see about the secret Motley Crue show in New York City? Corey Roddick was there.
Corey Roddick was there.
He was blowing up Marriott. Did you hook up with Corey Roddick?
Yeah.
Did you connect with him?
Yeah, we didn't have each other's numbers, so he sent me an email some point in the last couple of days, and I missed it. And then I texted him today, and I guess he was already on his way back to Ohio. But yeah, he said it was like the best 48 hours of his life. He's like, I was 5 feet from my favorite band of all time. And
seeing him in that small venue had to be just a dream come true for him.
He is a Motley Crue ride or die boy.
Yeah.
You got to hand it to Corey Roddick because the rest of us gave up on Motley Crue a long time ago. But he's still all in. That's the kind of fan that any band would kill themselves for. Alan, did you see Kelly Clarkson's rendition of Metallica's Sad But True? Yeah, Metallica fans of a certain ilk are all getting their undies in a bunch because Kelly Clarkson has this segment on her show apparently called Kellyoke, where she sings songs she likes. Kelly Clarkson, obviously, still America's Idol. She can still belt it out, boy. Mm-hmm. And she did her own rendition of Sad But True, the Metallica classic off the Black Album.
Hey, I'm your life. I'm the one who takes you there. Hey, I'm your life. I'm the one who cares. They betray. I'm your only true friend now. They'll betray. I'm forever there. I'm your dream, make you real. I'm your eyes when you must steal. I'm your pain when you can't feel. Sad but true.
I mean, the chick's got pipes, man. I mean,
I don't hate this at all.
Who cares? I mean, I doesn't really blow my skirt up, obviously, but she can sing her ass off. I don't care. She's a talented woman. I mean, didn't Metallica do a thing with Lady Gaga a few years ago? And I mean, you know, at like one of their shows or something, I think. So that's fine. I don't care. Not watching Kelly Clarkson's show. You can do whatever she wants. It's the beauty of having your own show. You can do whatever the hell you want. And Metallica thanked her on their Instagram, and very appreciative, right? I mean, that crowd, if you're solely listening to music like Kelly Clarkson, you had no idea what that song was. And that's fan. Fans of Metallica, fans of Kelly Clarkson, leave Metallica songs alone. Leave them alone? What do you... If I was an artist and anybody was doing a version of my song, I'd be like, great. Hey, cool. Thanks. But Kelly Clarkson, you know, she's no pretender, right?
It's not like it sounded bad.
Right. Yeah. It's pretty good. If you got to cover a song, that's all right.
What? So people are mad?
Well, like
they-
Metallica fans, you know, who are...
You know,
and
you can
let's
just listen to the original version.
Not
Like, you
only
don't
that,
have
but at this
to-
point, Metallica fans, you know, they're older than me, for Christ's sake. A bunch of, 50-year-old guys who aren't watching the Kelly Clarkson show in the first place until this goes viral. But, listen, that's fine. If you're in that band, you're like, yeah, cool. Appreciate it. You're bringing our music to a different audience.
Right. It's like when Master of Puppets was in Stranger Things, and they're like, oh, all these kids just finding out. How come they didn't know about it? Because they're 12 years old, and they don't know about Metallica, and now they do, and they like it.
Same thing with Kate Bush running up that hill.
Yeah, and you're mad about it for some reason. It's just, they're just having the same experience that you had when you heard that song. They're just having it 40 years later because the song's that old and they're not.
Well, and music is so emotional, and people attach their own. We all do it. Everybody.
And
that's
like the gatekeep.
The beauty of music is that you attach your own memories to it and nostalgia or whatever. But when an old song finds new life, it reminds the fans that they're getting old, at least. And nobody wants to be reminded of that. But I didn't have a problem with any of that. I was so happy when Running Up That Hill was in Stranger Things. People were like, this song's been around. I'm like, yeah, of course.
But the thing is,
I had
nobody's
Hounds of
saying
Love
it's
on
new.
vinyl in 1985. I had the Kate Bush album when I was 14 because that song was on the radio. I was like, now the rest of that album sounds nothing like that. But I was like, I love Kate Bush. So when it showed up in Stranger Things, I was like, this is awesome. Good for them. There's going to be a whole new, it was on TikTok, and Kate Bush is getting paid again. I mean, that's all anybody wants is for their music to get, even if it doesn't sound timeless, in the context of something, it can be completely reworked for a whole new audience. What's the matter with that?
I never understood the whole, I love a band, I don't want anyone to know about them thing. Because if you really love them, wouldn't you want them to be successful?
Well, that's what I always said. But again, music it's very emotional for people, and they attach their own things to it. And then, people we'd throw that phrase parasocial relationship around, right? When people talk about, getting too close to celebrities and things like that. But people have always had that kind of relationship with music. My thought was always, if there's something I love, I would like other people to hear it too. Because I'm a fan of that band. I would like a band I like to have as many fans as they possibly can.
I would love that because there's so many bands that I love that couldn't keep making music because there weren't enough people loving that band.
Right.
Like
Bare Naked Ladies.
Well, they're still around.
No,
but
they're not.
Bands like Homegrown, they're gone. But they're doing like one reunion show, but it's like they're doing one show. Or Phoenix TX, gone.
Phoenix TX.
I love
wow,
that
look
band.
at them.
I've been listening to them a lot lately. Just been in a lot of like late 90s, early 2000s pop punk playlists.
Wow.
Put together, and a lot of Phoenix TX and what's that? Ataris, I like the Ataris a lot.
Oh, God, I was listening to, Atari's had a big hit with the Don Henley cover.
Mm-hmm.
They did Boys of Summer. And they substituted Black Flag for Deadhead sticker in that one verse. And I was listening to a girl in the biz, we call it backselling, telling you what song you just heard. And I heard the girl backselling. And apparently she had never heard of that band before, so she called them Ataris.
Mm.
She didn't know they were the Ataris. She's like, there's the one from Ataris. And I was just like, oh, no.
Oh.
That's okay, though. Oh, no. Let me throw this at you. First few years that I was on in Cleveland, I was also on in St. Louis. I was on a station. It was 100.3. It's called The Sound. A buddy of mine was the program director. And if I hadn't gotten the job in Cleveland, he was going to bring me to St. Louis. So in an alternate universe, that's where I would have had the next phase of my career was in St. Louis. And I have good friends who are on the air there and blah, blah, blah. The station didn't last very long. I was only on there for about 3 years. But in that time, we did a lot with the St. Louis Cardinals. And there was a guy there who had he's retired now, but he spent his whole career with the Cardinals, a guy named Adam Wainwright. And he was part of a trade at the time that he went to the Cardinals. But he spent like 18 years with the Cardinals, right? And then this guy retires, still a young dude, but he's getting into country music. And this is the next phase of his career, is Adam Wainwright just dropped his first country album. Former pitcher, St. Louis Cardinals. The album's called Hey Y'all. And that's the title.
All right.
Title cut is called Hey Y'all. So can you have I mean, listen, it's not exactly a big shock that a baseball player is getting into country music, but is it any good is the question I ask. And we'll find out after I give you this money. It's $1,000. Last chance today to win from the Buzzard Bookie. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Money. That's money. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
You want to hear some of this song?
Yes.
When we say, hey, y'all, how you been? How's your daddy and your mama and them? Y'all want to take a ride down to the lake? Pass ahead, no time to waste. I know it might sound weird, the way we talk if you ain't from here. But we were born into this southern drawl. So we say, hey, y'all.
Now, again, these country songs are going to become indistinguishable from AI. Hey, y'all. He's from Brunswick, Georgia, but he played his whole Major League Baseball career with the St. Louis Cardinals. I had a couple of conversations with him when I was on the air there. Nice enough guy. But
I do not like that. I know you guys.
Hey,
that
y'all. Well, that's what I mean. Like, I'm indifferent to it, but I wanted to get your take as to whether or not you're like, yeah, okay.
I mean, it's fine. It's just really generic. It sounds super generic.
Well, they keep talking about how pop music is quite literally getting simpler and dumber, fewer chords, fewer lyrics, whatever, because when people put pop songs together, they're trying to keep it in a very narrow band of kind of sonic template. But that's really, country music now is just pop music, right? It's twangy pop music. And so that has to be kind of going the same way, is that it's going to get more narrow and more generic. That's why the AI thing is so funny, right? Because, hey, trucks and beer and mud and mud boot.
Put a gun up my butt.
A gun up my butt, yeah. But this guy is actually out there making music. And again, it's his first foray into this. He was a Major League Baseball player, and at some point he's like, I wanna sing. 13 original songs, by the way. This is one of them. He had a couple of co-writers, Grammy Award winners helping him write songs, but 13 original songs. And he's going to be going around the country doing town fairs. County fairs, rather. I would envision a time where we have him in the lobby over here, or rather in the Duncan Lounge
in the
back
Duncan
there, right?
Lounge performing live.
When they have people back there occasionally. A lot of times it is country artists because they'll just be passing through town and they'll do like a little live performance for WGAR. Down the hall, I could see Adam Wainwright coming through. And sadly, Mary won't be here for it.
I'd be okay with not being there for that.
Oh, you would?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I'm not going to cry.
Well, then, what are we even doing here? Who even knows
honestly-
what the hell is going on?
I honestly don't know anymore, man.
Because they don't have a country station there in New York.
They should.
Not in the city. They've got Syracuse. They've got
They should
Rochester.
Make a country station. Make me the afternoon talk show on it. I don't want to do mornings.
you know how
me-
those formats love talk product.
They love it.
Yeah.
Just wait until they get a load of me,
Well, we talked about it. They don't have, in Metro New York, country is a real hard sell. It just doesn't do well. You got to get out into the sticks. And I think we talked a while ago where they finally signed on a country station out on Long Island. I don't know how that's doing. It's probably still too early to tell. But there's a country music station out there on Long Island. They used to have another company, not this one, but another broadcasting company had like a syndicated country format on one of the New York Metro signals. And it was around for a minute, but it's just New York is not like a country market. For that matter, it's not a rock market. I mean, you really have room for like one Q104, which is one of our stations there. There's really only room for Q1043, and that's a classic rock station. But anytime other than, K-Rock, and that was just because of Stern for 20 years, anytime they try to sign on like a straight rock station or alternative, New York ain't having it. It's a pop market. Z100 and KTU, those are all down the hall from you, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see those people all the time.
All the time.
I could turn on my twang, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
pitch them.
y'all, it's Mary from Ohio. We're out here on Long Island.
Wait, why would you say Mary from Ohio?
Because I'm country.
And in New York, anything south of the island is probably they think of country, right?
Anything Midwest, anything south,
yeah,
anything.
they think anything that is not like I'm.
That's what I'm saying.
Appealing to all the other people not from New York City who moved here who want a little taste of home.
Mm-hmm.
It's Midwest Mayor.
Midwest Mayor. Yeah.
Middays with Midwest Mayor.
Right.
I thought you afternoons.
Afternoons with Midwest Mayor. Middays is the alliteration.
I mean, in New York, they think Trenton is the country, right? Anything outside of New York
that's what
City.
I mean. Yeah. So up next, we got a new one coming from Jason Aldean. It is Try That in a Barnyard, and it's a follow-up to his Try That in a Small Town. I'm really excited to play this one for you guys.
I think the twang might be too intense.
Why?
You might need to ease up. Well, because you don't want it to be cartoony. You just want to have a folksy kind of lilt. You don't want to have a twang. You want to sound like, if you pardon but you want to sound like it's not your first rodeo.
Hey, y'all, this ain't my first rodeo, and it's Midwest with Mayor. And I just want to let y'all know that we're going to be playing the top 40 with country music. Is that better? Is this a little bit better?
You've heard Carletta talk.
Okay, but Carletta
she's got like this
playing into it.
No, but she's just got enough. I know it's how she talks, but she's got like this kind of foxy, syrupy lilt.
I can't be Carletta. I have to be my own person.
Fine.
I'm just saying.
I'm not saying be her.
You are.
All right, give it to me again. No, I'm just saying. If you were, because you are putting it on. I'm saying.
I don't have an accent.
Don't you? You're from Berea.
I don't have a accent.
Lean into the. Please. Lean into the Berea. Why don't you?
There is no Berea to lean into. Trashiness? That was the first accent.
No, that's got nothing to do with language.
Okay.
With the linguistics of it.
I don't know how to lilt. I'm trying to think of how to do that.
I'll go bowling. I don't know how to lilt. Yeah, okay. No, listen, maybe Ruth Langmore is the way to go.
No, Ruth Langmore ain't gonna play you nothing. You wanted me to come down a little bit.
Hey,
That's
look at it this way. Let me blow your mind here.
Ready.
Maybe we're going about it all wrong, right? Most of Australia is uninhabited. It's mostly outback and country. Keith Urban, Australian, right? Mm-hmm. There's something about Australia that lends itself to country music. Maybe Aussie Mayor could be doing the country thing. Aussie
Mayor here. Just flew into LaGuardia Airport, and I'd like to meet y'all. I have a
LaGuardia. I love it. That's
LaGuardia
perfect.
Airport. I'd like to meet y'all at my appearance where we're going to have fresh beers and kangaroo meat, and I'd like you to come do karaoke for your favorite Luke Bryan song.
I think that's way better than the twang. I'm serious, way better.
Yeah, pitch him with the Aussie Mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see which one they like. I'll
okay.
Just isolate that audio for me so I can send it to
Bobby Pitts.
Bobby Pitts.
Yeah. Al, what's the deal with country music and lakes? Swimming in lakes will give you a yeast infection. That just leaves you with an itchy hole.
Not if your body's used to it.
Well, maybe that's if your body's used to yeast.
You built up a resistance.
I have swum in so many lakes, my body can fight off whatever.
And this ain't no yeasty fishing hole.
Itchy hole is that Adam Wainwright follow-up to Hey Y'all. All right, well, there you go. Mary gives it a
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Not even like
Yeah.
a C plus.
I don't really like it.
What? C minus? D plus?
C.
Pass fail. You failing.
C minus. I would fail
Wow.
it. Yeah, I would.
You'd fail it. All right. That's all right. I'm going to take a break here. 6 o'clock is when we're going to roll out for your Guardians baseball. 6:10 is when the startup first pitch at Progressive Field against the Detroit Tigers. So we'll get to that shortly. Want to text for anything else? 35192. We'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And every